Hello, I'm Mary Lohman, and this is Mondays with Mary. You're probably familiar with this verse from Philippians 4, which says, "Do not be anxious about anything." Well, anxiety and stress and worry are trademarks of our society today, aren't they? Do you know anyone who is not anxious about anything? Surely this is a mission impossible. I guess the Apostle Paul never dreamed the world could be as pressurized and distressed as ours is. Well, not true. The Apostle Paul endured stress and pressure far more than anything we will ever experience. He didn't live in an ivory tower, and yet he exhorts us to be anxious about nothing. Why? Well, first of all, it won't do us one bit of good, right? Tell me one good thing that has ever come from worry and anxiety. I don't know, you'd think after a while we'd catch on that this is a useless thing to do. But then we need to understand that when we are anxious about anything, it's a sign that we are just not trusting God fully in that particular area. So what are you anxious about today? Your children? Have you committed them to God? Maybe you've done it time and again, and you just have to continue to commit them to the Lord. Are you anxious about money? Many people are. Maybe you're anxious about your health, or you're wondering if you're ever going to be married. There are just so many ways that we can be anxious, and it does us no good. The thing that you need to understand, that I need to understand, is that any area of continual anxiety is an area where we're just not trusting God. We're not trusting Him to do good things for us. Now, sometimes anxiety is a result of disobedience. If there's some area where you're not obeying the Lord like you know you should, then that probably will continue to plague you until you get that straight. But when your life is in tune with Jesus and you're walking daily with Him, you should not be anxious about anything. And that includes whatever it is that you're anxious about right now. Now, thankfully, Paul gives us the way to make this a reality, to be anxious for nothing. For the verse goes on to say, in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. So that's where you begin. You tell Him what is making you anxious and place it in His hands. And you end with thanksgiving. That's really important. Thankfulness is a key to this mission impossible. So you go to Jesus, cast your cares on Him because you know He cares for you. Tell Him all the details about whatever it is that's causing you to be anxious. And then just start thanking Him. You have lots to be thankful for. We all do, don't we? So repeat everything you can think of for which you are very thankful. I promise you, if you'll do that today, you'll start to learn how to live without anxiety. You'll start to realize that this is not mission impossible. It is possible for us as Christ followers to not be anxious about anything because Jesus lives within us through His Spirit. And that empowers us to be able to do what we never could do on our own. It's a really wonderful, freeing way to live. So I would just encourage you today, do not be anxious about